Welcome to day 3 of the annual Forest Growers Research Conference, coming this year, of course, as a virtual conference. I'm Peter Oliver, Forest Assets Manager for City Forests, based in Dunedin. Today, session 1 today is entitled New and Future Directions. Now, there are significant challenges coming down the pipeline for forestry, including climate change, new pests, constantly evolving and competitive marketplaces, and of course increasing pressure on our social license to operate. But there are also opportunities as our science, understanding and technologies reach new levels of sophistication and create new and perhaps previously unthought of possibilities. There is indeed no standing still, and forestry, as much as other sectors, needs to stay innovative and open to new science and new ways of thinking about and doing our businesses, to stretch the boundaries of what's possible, if you like. The session today then contains presentations on a mixed but exciting basket of forest research initiatives that, while diverse in their breadth, are uniformly innovative in their approaches and important for the industry's current and future progression across a range of fronts. First up, we have Graham Coker from Scion, who's a leading specialist in plant-soil interactions. A number of forest growers have already been engaging with Graham on his work on next-generation forest nutrition practices. And Graham has been researching the role that micronutrients play in many of the biological processes which drive crop growth. Today, Graham will discuss his findings on their role and what an increased focus on understanding and potentially manipulating micronutrients might mean for forest growers looking to enhance and optimize the growth and quality of their forests in the future. Following Graham, Grant Pearce, a senior scientist at Scion, will look at some of the past and current work being done to automate the important processes of both quantifying and phenotyping nursery crops. As a forest manager and end user of nursery crops, I am both aware of the difficulty, complexity, and uncertainty of these tasks for nursery growers, and yet of their importance for both a profitable and successful nursery, and of course for those of us who rely annually on nursery outputs. A related presentation will follow Grant's from Scion's Dr. Dave Pont, who has a background in forest mensuration. And many forest growers in recent times will have already encountered the work of Dave and his team, who are also exploring the use of remote sensing technologies, particularly UAVs, LiDAR, and imagery techniques to assist forest growers to measure, evaluate, and characterize a range of forest and site characteristics that are important for understanding and managing both forest quantity, quality, and productivity characteristics. This work promises to give forest managers ready access to vast and detailed quantities of forest data never before possible to access in a timely or affordable manner. And then changing tack a little, science scientist and modelling specialist Yu Lin, together with Dave, will present on work being undertaken to develop next generation growth and yield simulators. In some respects, this is a how to use all that data presentation. This is likely to be of particular interest to foresters from a resources background like myself, who are still reliant on a suite of growth and yield modelling tools, which are in some respects now well dated. The project builds on and utilises the forest phenotyping work. Justin Morgenroth is the Associate Professor, Postgraduate Director of Studies from the University of Canterbury School of Forestry, and he's up after this. Like most of the presentations, Justin's represents a summary of the work of a number of collaborating scientists. Focusing on durable eucalypts, Justin will present research that explores and models the complex relationships between a variety of eucalypt species, their success, and a range of site variables. The final presentation of the session comes from Thales West. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. From the Land Use Economics and Climate team at Scion. whose focus is on developing a portfolio framework for managing risk and uncertainty, with a particular focus on two of the largest and looming areas of risk, namely future log price volatility and future changes in forest productivity due to climate change. All in all, this promises to be a very interesting and exciting set of presentations. And as in previous sessions, please submit your questions as we go through the presentations. And then the presenters will join us for about 15 minutes of live Q&A following the final presentation. And now over to Graham Coker. Thank you.